Hello, welcome. Welcome to my video today. It's so lovely to share with you. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the 8th, 9th and the 10th of January 2024. Because last time I said 23. But 2024, we are here, and welcome. I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia. It's very wet here today, which is why I'm inside partly. And it is Monday the 8th of January here, and the time is 10:58 a.m. Good morning, Teresa. Welcome, everybody. So if you're new to watching, welcome. Let us know if you are new so we can welcome you in the comments. What I'll be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards that have been combined with my Animal Kingdom, and these have been combined to make a 110 card deck. So I'll be using this deck to find the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, and then the best card for Wednesday, and the best card for the theme for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I recommend that you take on board what feels right and what resonates, and let the rest go. And think of this as a guide only. I'd be really paying attention to the things that seem like I'm speaking directly to you, and let everything else go. So think of this as a guide, hopefully something to help keep you focused, help keep you on track, give you a different perspective of a situation, that type of thing. So let's start, and shuffling the cards, and I'm asking the cards. Usually I would do this part in my head, but I'm asking the cards out loud to show the majority of us what we need to know for Monday the 8th of January 2024. And the best card is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle, and it's the Cobra Bite, and it's a featured card. It has further instructions here which say to take the top card from the deck. So that's easy. We go to the Wolf. Okay, so the Cobra Bite card, this card packs quite the punch for Monday. So these two cards have come up together for a reason, and I'm going to share what they mean individually first, and then we'll look at their relationship together. So see if any of this stands out for you. So this is shock, truth, illusion, sting. It's Cobra Bite card 9, and this brings with it some surprise, some shock of some sort. It can be a really great surprise, or it can be a not so great surprise. I've seen on all sorts of the spectrum, but this is a surprise of some sort, something that takes us by surprise. Now, because we have this card, it might not surprise us as much as what it might if we didn't have this card. So something might take us by surprise on Monday, and basically it's to help us align further with the truth of who we are, and to also shift out of illusion. We may have been living a lie, for example, and something may happen that takes us by surprise, and then once the dust settles, we might see, actually, I think I was actually living a lie without realizing it. So basically this card is coming to help wake us up to the truth. So we don't need to hide away on Monday, but embrace the opportunity. And if it's something that's not so pleasant, that takes us by surprise and knocks us off our feet for a bit, then, it's okay to take a bit of time to get back up on our feet, let the dust settle, and then figure out what we're going to do moving forward if there's a call to action that we need to take. And it comes up with the Wolf. This is the She-Wolf, and it's card 21. And she says, your battle companion. So you're not walking your path alone. And on its own, without the influence of the featured card, this card is talking about moving through a temporary period of grief or difficulty or trauma or sadness, depression, perhaps health issues, but moving into a temporary time of trying to deal with that kind of thing, a battle of sorts, if you like, a battle in life. And the wolf is a companion card, so she's showing, or a support card. It's actually showing us that we're not alone as we walk in this temporary, difficult time period. That we have, like a loyal dog, this loyal wolf beside us. And the wolf is helping us trust our instincts and helping us keep going. You know, actually, if we stop, we delay the temporary nature of this period. So we might find all we want to do is stop, all we want to do is curl up under the blankets and hide away for a while. That actually stops the movement of energy. So if we want to get out of this, then we need to keep going. There's that feeling there. And we might tread on, a landmine as we're walking along, and then we just have to deal with that, face the whatever consequences are, find a solution, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we'll come out the other side. Our path will come out of that battle zone, the area where all the landmines are, and we'll come out of that and back onto our path more securely and solidly again. So this is interesting because it comes up with the Cobra Bite card, and the Cobra Bite card talks about some type of shock or surprise. The Wolf Companion card talks about, we might be treading on landmines right now, and things may kind of blow up here and blow up there. So there is this feeling of sensitivity on Monday. Things may be blown out of proportion, potentially. Things may feel like there's no hope. There may feel like there's no end, there's no solution, there's no way out. We might feel that way because of the sort of explosions going off are clouding what we can see around us, or a potential solution or option there, a potential improvement. Now, this might not be the case for all of us, but it's coming up enough or strong enough to come up in our general guidance for all of us. So let's just see how we go. We might not know until we travel through Monday. Let's not hide away on Monday, because I feel like there's also opportunity in this for us to what would the opportunity be in this? To move through the challenge, to overcome obstacles, to keep going in the face of adversity when things feel like they're hopeless, that we actually still get up and we still keep going, we still get through our day as best as we can. So that endurance. And there might be others that are watching us. There might be children around that are struggling, and they might be watching us as a role model. We might not even know that for years later, when they see how resilient we are and how much we are bouncing back or trying to stay positive when things feel like they might be collapsing. So we might have people looking at us around us, like children, who might be, we're their role models. And what I've come to notice now, my children are in their early 20s, is that they actually observe more than I thought at the time. When I thought they weren't listening or weren't paying attention, actually there were things that they were paying attention to that I didn't realize at the time. And it's come up now. Now my children are adults, and I see parts of their personality and parts of themselves really shining from what they observed in how I coped with various things in life. I didn't have to preach and push and force, and I knew that was never felt right. I just had to be a role model, and I feel that we are a role model. So there are people that count on us. So let's stay strong. Let's do our best. Let's be patient while the dust settles, and let's see what happens. But ultimately, let's remember we're supported. This is a temporary time period. And if it's more on the negative side of a surprise or a shock of some sort, something that shatters our life, at least initially, then, let's breathe through it. Let's take one step at a time, and let's allow the dust to settle, because when the dust settles, the gift in this will actually reveal itself, is the feeling. So it might be a bit of an intense day, let's say, on Monday. So let's see how we go. All right, Tuesday the 9th of January. The best card for Tuesday the 9th is this. It's another speed of light. They're certainly coming out. And it's the unicorn, the card 50. And it says psychic gifts, spiritual intuition and trust. So first of all, this card is highlighting our spirituality, and some of us may feel really drawn to increase or amplify our spiritual practices, especially on Tuesday. And we may even want to do that Monday, especially if we've had some surprise thing that occurs, some landmine that we tread on, then we don't know how we're going to deal with this. Practicing our spirituality will probably help us through. So reminding us of our spiritual truths and really practicing these things when we need them the most, which seems to be when we forget about our healing and spiritual tools. So don't forget your spiritual and healing tools. Remember what they are, access them, use them, especially Monday and Tuesday, and see if you can use those spiritual truths and those spiritual connections and the perspective of the bigger picture to help sort things out and help the dust settle quicker if that's what we're dealing with. Also, the unicorn card's reminding us to trust in our intuition and to trust in the direction that we're going in our life. In fact, I feel the alicorn here coming out of the third eye here of the unicorn. I feel this actually pointing in the direction that we're going, and things may feel like they're spinning around, like we're spinning around on some disc or some plate that's spinning, especially if what this energy is for Monday actually takes place. We might feel like we're spinning around, then the dust settles, and it's like spinning a wheel, the Wheel of Fortune, or one of those wheels where you might win a prize. And you spin that wheel and then it comes to stop at the little arrow. That's what this feels like. So when the spinning plate stops, when we stop spinning, when the dust settles, the direction's going to become clearer. And we can trust in the direction we're going. We might sense it intuitively. So it might not be clear in regards to visual, a visual clear direction. It might be more of a gut feeling or an instinct that we feel or we sense or we're pulled to go in this direction, and we might struggle to explain why, but we just feel that we have to do this or we have to do whatever it might be next in regards to the next step on our path. So that's our message for Tuesday. See how that supports you. And hi everyone, and let's now grab the best card for Wednesday, the 10th of January. So the best card for Wednesday is, for the majority of us, we'll go with this card. It's another speed of light, because we had all speed of lights in the last reading I did, and they tend to be quite intense and quite pack the punch, quite truth aligned. Okay, we've got another featured card. This one's not as scary as the last one. And it's the White Tiger. It has further instructions here which say to split the deck and take the top card. So we've got an animal kingdom. Oh, yes, we've got the stallion. So these two have come up together for a reason for Wednesday. Let's look at them separately again, and then we'll look at their relationship together. This is the White Tiger. I find this card really inspiring. In fact, I find both of these cards very inspiring and motivating. So whatever happens on Monday, it might not be as big as, we'll see what the theme card is, but it might not be a huge, massive, big deal for most of us. It could just be a little glitch on the day or just a little test of some sort, because Wednesday is full of motivation. This is the White Tiger. It says, it's card 48. It says schedule, routine, adjustment, and management. This is about how we spend our time. So we're being encouraged perhaps, and we might want to look at our schedule, our routine, our calendar on Wednesday and look at how we actually spend our time. Are we spending as much time doing the things that are highest priority, for example? Or have we been distracted by other things that have been on our mind, other worries or concerns that have been taking over in our schedule and how we spend our time? I find it important to make sure that my priorities are clear. And when my priorities are clear in regards to what I want my priorities to be, then I want to make sure that how I'm spending my time is matching up with my hierarchical order of priorities. So if number 5 on my priority list is taking up the most of my time, then I probably want to look at shifting how I spend my time so that I can put my top priority as thing that I spend the most time on or the most time doing. Now, I find as I change, as my life changes, then my priorities change. And when my priorities change, then my schedule and my routine has to change too. So make sure all these things are lining up, especially on Wednesday. If you're finding yourself making time an excuse, I don't have time for that, then it might be worth looking at how you spend your time and your priorities. And also, if there are things that you're wanting to do, can you make time for these things? Because if there's something we really want to do, we will make time for it. So let's be careful we're not using time as an excuse. I really stopped doing that quite a long time ago. Stopped saying, I can't do that, I don't have the time. No, I can't do that because I don't want to. Because I could make the time. If I really wanted to do that thing, I could make the time. So let's stop using time and having no time as an excuse, because if we say we've got no time, we're going to have no time. So let's really practically, if it's inspiring to you, look at our schedule, our routine, our priorities, and make time for the things that are of the highest priority to us. So that's for Wednesday, and it comes up with the stallion. I love this card. Card 1. It says, untie yourself. This is about setting your wild spirit free, to stop tying yourself down, stop holding yourself back with your own limitations and insecurities. And stop doubting in yourself. Stop being so scared to make your move, and find a way to make your move. This is a wild stallion. It's free now from being tamed and trapped and tied down. It's off having an adventure. It's off having experiences in life. So it's something very moving and motivating and very action orientated and proactive with this particular card. There is drive, there is vision, there is movement. So let's get up off our backsides and get things happening. And, you know, we're now, according to when this card's due, which is Wednesday, we'll be 10 days into the new year. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with those things goals that we set ourselves. Let's see how we can make these things happen. And basically, these are really simple coming together. It's making time for the things that move us, making time for the things that inspire and motivate us, and making time for the things that we feel this strong urge and pull to bring into our life, to stop making excuses and start. Start at step 1. We might not know how the whole plan's going to look yet. In fact, we rarely do know what the whole plan's going to look like. As long as we can know what step 1's going to be, we can step there. What do we need? More information, do some study to learn something, to seek expert advice. Maybe we need to clear a corner in a room that we've got so we can set up an area to create or to work on our project. Maybe we need to work out a bit of a timeline, a deadline for ourselves. What can we do? What action can we take to start putting those projects and those dreams into actuality? It's up to us. Otherwise, they just sit on the back burner, and they can sit on the back burner for our whole life and we not do anything about it. So if you don't want that to happen, then it feels like a really good day on Wednesday to get some stuff going, to light that fire under our backside and get things moving. So there are our cards for the next couple of days. I trust they resonate and support you. Like I said earlier, as always, please take on board what does feel right and what does resonate, and let the rest go. So let's see what happens. That's the best thing we can do. So before I pull the theme card, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd prefer to connect more privately, then please message us through our website. So if you want to learn more about my oracle cards that I created and illustrated, you can learn more and grab yourself a deck or two on my website. I've got my next online classes coming up this Friday. So we're doing our next card reading club that happens every month. We're looking at our theme, elevating our vision. So whatever our vision is, how can we elevate it? How can we lift the standards? How can we dream bigger? We'll be looking at that. And for my online art class on Friday, we'll be exploring the element of water through our theme, which is self-discovery. So what can we discover about ourselves in regards to the element of water? If you have an affinity with water, or you're drawn to it lately, or you'd like to explore it further, then maybe you'd get something from our online art class. So you can learn more about both of those on my website and all the work I do here at templeofbalance.com.au. So hopefully we might see you at one of the online events. A lot of people seem to say that they want to join them, but they don't seem to join. So my suggestion is maybe heed the advice of Wednesday and go for it and see, because you might find that it's just the thing that you need right now. The benefits and the connections that are made in our online events are actually quite inspiring, and those that have come for an extended period that come and commit each month, there is a drastic improvement to their energy, like huge. So if you would like to connect and you've been thinking about it for a while, seize the moment and go and have a look and sign up, and then you'll know what it's like and see if it's right for you. All right, let's see what our theme card's going to be. We've got very intense energy for Monday, very intense energy for Wednesday. Like I say and have said before, let's try not to be fixed on the date. It's the information that's most important. So the best theme card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 8th, 9th and 10th of January 2024 is this. It's another Speed of Light Oracle. Yes, it's the creation card. So based on now looking at all the cards that we've had, I think Monday's shock or surprise energy of the cobra bite is probably going to be reasonably tame. It could be some wake-up call that we have. There might be some bigger things for some of us, but it feels like it's probably a shift in perspective, that sort of thing. Because our theme card is creation, which is card 29, and it says source, uncoil, light, and authentic. So let's talk about authentic first. The cobra bite that came up for Monday is very much aligned with truth. And there feels to be this general sense at the moment where we are waking up to the truth. Maybe we've been miserable in our relationship for a lot of years, for decades perhaps, and we're waking up to that, and we might be now starting to do something about making some changes, for example. There might be, for some of us, this realization that we've been living a lie, and that can shift everything. There might be, maybe there's been loss for you in the last few months or last couple of years that has shaken you, that is actually testing what you want from life and helping put things in perspective in regards to what matters and what just doesn't matter. You know, what drama is just not important to get in or necessary to get involved in. So there might be some new choices, some sort of wake-ups that are happening over these next couple of days, and all really aligning us with truth, with the truth of life, the truth of the universe, the truth of who we are, the truth of our life situations, the truth of what is working or the truth of what isn't. So that's one element of this card. Another element of this for our theme is this opening up and this uncoiling of ourselves, this coming out of hiding of sorts. And it really aligns well with this realization energy and this energy of awakening. So we might find that we realize the truth over the next few days, or we have lately. We might find that we come out of this hiding place, that we uncoil ourselves from this tight place that we've been hiding back in. Maybe we've been hiding back and holding back and hesitating for far too long. Maybe when we stop and think about it with this sort of wake-up call, maybe we've been doing it for our whole life. Maybe we've been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years that we've been hesitating and holding back and not living to our fullest capacity for whatever reason. So this sort of energy seems to be stirring, and this energy seems to be popping and waking up and really shaking up our life in many ways and shaking up ourselves. We might be making big, huge decisions at this time that are quite life-changing because of this awakening and this realization that we don't want to go another day longer living in this restricted, limiting way that aligns with illusion. That is basically us living a lie, us hesitating, us holding back. Then we're not living our life as fully as we could be. So when we realize that and we wake up to that and we make the changes and we part the clouds and we part the things that have been in our way, then there's no excuse then for us not to live up to our highest elevated vision, which aligns with our card reading club on Friday. You know, our elevated vision for ourselves, to stop settling for second best, to stop just putting up with stuff that's not working. That it is time for us to wake up out of the spell that we've been in. So this is about opening up now. It's uncoiling from a tight place. It's stop holding back. It's coming out into the open now and realizing and figuring out what we need to do to live an honest and authentic and truth-filled life. And it doesn't mean we're always right. So we also need to put the mirror up and make sure that we are doing our best and that we are living in alignment with our values and truths. And if we're not, then we need to make some changes. We don't want to be fooling ourselves that we're some type of perfect angel and we're going around actually not practicing that like we think we might be. So let's make sure we're also being aware of ourselves and stay in alignment with our truth. So quite the punchy, powerful couple of days, quite motivating too, potentially for some of us, quite devastating for some of us too, because the rug might be pulled out from under us and we don't know what to do. So if that's you, then just do your best to go one day at a time and see how you can use this change as an opportunity to be more of yourself, to step up and live your life as fully as possible, like all those that you've loved in the past who are not here anymore aren't able to do. We are able to do it, so let's stop settling for less than what we deserve, less than the truth, and let's use this as an opportunity to step up. So see how you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great couple of days, and I'll be back to share with you again very soon. Thank you. Namaste.